Our guest this evening here at MustangsTV.com, former four-year player here at Loretta High School. Matter of fact, just graduated last year. Now he's off over at college playing football. That's none other than Spencer Darnell up here joining us. How's it going now, Spencer?
It's going pretty good.
We got Spencer up here, and we'll be interviewing him during the game. Spencer Darnell joining us here in the booth. Spencer, just a quick question that everybody would like to know. What's the difference in college and high school football? Any big differences?
The competition in college football, it's a job. You're doing it all day long, every day.
All day, every day. It means you're in the gym working out. What time you ain't on the field practicing, right?
Yes, sir. If you're not in the classroom, you're doing something football-wise.
Well, I mean, you are a student athlete. We got to keep that in mind. Is the weight room? When I say hit the weights, do you hit the weights? Does the coaching staff at Bethel? You are at Bethel. Does the coaching staff at Bethel? Do they make you hit the weights harder, more, or what than back in high school?
Well, right now we're in season, so I mean, you don't lift that hard when you're in season. You want to just, maintain all your muscle. So that's where that stands. I haven't really gotten the off-season program yet, but that's coming up, and we'll get to that in December and this coming spring, and I'm really excited about it.
I bet you are. So you guys off this week over there, or what's the deal, Spencer? Is it fall break over there? Or?
Yes, sir, it's fall break. I got to come home yesterday for a little bit, and I'm playing JV currently right now. So
you're in class, Spencer. Let's talk about college just in general. You're in class, what, 4 or 5 days a week?
5 days a week.
You're in class 5 days a week, and then I'm assuming you have practice at a set time every afternoon or every evening?
Yes, sir.
Is practice any worse in college than they are in high school?
Yeah, I'd say that. It's more technical, if that's the right word to use.
Say it's just a little more technical, huh?
Yes, sir.
I enjoy talking to you guys that's just got out of high school into college again. We know you're student athletes, and don't ever forget that. Student first, athlete second. And based off what I'm hearing, you're taking that the right way, and you know you're a student first and athlete second, and I'm proud to hear that. Spencer, I heard a little excitement went on your way the other day in a ball game, and we're going to let you tell us about that right after this play. I understand you was it an interception or a fumble recovery?
It was pick six.
Pick six. Well, we're going to let you tell us about that here in just a second. Tell us first off, let's just start all over it. What actual positions are you playing, Spencer?
I'm only on the defensive side of the ball at Bethel, believe it or not.
Only on the defensive side?
A little middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker, one of the most important positions on the defensive side of the ball.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and tell us what happened in the game. When was this? Monday?
Yes, sir, it was Monday. We was playing Cumberland, and the coaches, they was pretty lax. I mean, they just told us to go out there and play ball, and that's what I went out there and did. I had 10 tackles, I think, and had that pick six. I mean, I had a really good day.
So was it an actual pick six, or was it deflected? Tell us what happened.
No, what had happened, we'd called a zone blitz, and I'd seen he was fixing to hit that drag straight behind me, and I knew that was what was coming. They come out of trips, and they was running basically a tunnel screen, and I mean the lineman, they dropped way back, and that guard, I run up and I hit him, and then I dropped back, and quarterback, he lobbed it up there, so I went and got it just like I used to do way down here.
I remember the days. Wasn't long ago. Last year, as I can recall.
Yes, sir, I miss it.
Spencer, in your years playing here under Coach Boyd, tell us your probably your best moment under Coach Boyd here at Loretta High School.
That's tough.
Tough?
Yeah.
I don't ask no tough questions.
No, there's been quite a few of them. I mean, just make it third round of the playoffs, something that has not been done here in a long time. I mean, that was
Corey Allen. Spencer, got your best moment probably going to the third round of the playoffs last year. What's your worst moment playing under Coach Boyd?
I'd say when I was pretty dumb against Lawrence County. I was really immature still then, and just looking back on it now and watching me mature, I mean, I'm pretty happy with myself, which I can always get better, but I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now, and I'm in a good place at Bethel, and I just look forward to greater things. I mean, it's coming.
That's good. That's good. How do you feel now watching number 34 running on the field in a black jersey?
It don't feel right.
It definitely doesn't feel right to me because I'm used to the last 4 years prior to this one. I was used to seeing you out there in that number 34. But you got to turn the reins over sometime, and that was your time. And like you say, bigger and better things going on now for Spencer Darnell over at Bethel College. Spencer, so far, what you highlight over at Bethel outside of we know you told us about the pick six. What's your proudest moment over there so far outside of the pick six?
Making it through camp.
I kind of figured that might be your answer. You say making it through camp. Tell us what the hardest part of actual college football camp is.
Well, the physical part, that's not a big issue to me anyways. It's just you have so much going on with meetings. You have something to do every day. You wake up at 5:30 and you'll go to meetings during camp, and then you go and after meetings you'll go eat breakfast, and then after that you'll go to practice for one period, and then after that you'll go eat lunch and meetings after that. Then you'll go to practice again, and then you'll have meetings after that. I mean, it's just a long thought. I mean, throughout the day, you're always doing something, always going.
All right, Spencer, go ahead. Give us that start of the day because it was interesting. You was hitting on the high points, but give me your start of your day back here in college camp.
Well, I mean, it was like I said, you wake up 5:30 meetings, and then after that, you'll go and eat a little bit for breakfast, and then after that, you'll go out for practice that morning, and then after practice, you'll usually go to lunch. But meetings, sometimes you will talk about football things, but more than 50% of the time, you're not talking about football. You're talking about becoming a better man, and that's one thing I really respect all the coaching staff for over at Bethel. I mean, they just like Coach Boyd here at the Loretta program. He looks for great football players, but he would much rather have great men over football players. He would rather produce great men over great football players any day of the week.
And that's what your meetings are mainly over, is just becoming a better person,
right,
and not necessarily a better football player.
Right.
And that's good. Again, student athlete. All right, Spencer, go ahead. Give us a day in a college student athlete's life right now, a football player anyway. It's what time we getting up, what time we're going to class, and what we doing for the full day.
Well, I usually wake up 6:30 on an average day, go work out in the morning with the team. Then you go to class roughly 8, 9:30. Depends on, how your classes are set up, of course. And usually eat lunch anywhere from 11 to 12. And then you got practice every day, or Tuesday through Thursday anyways, 3 to roughly 6. Then after that, you have study hall 8:30 to 9:30 at night, just to make sure you're keeping your academics right. And then you might get in bed if you got all your homework done in study hall. So
they give you plenty of time. You're saying about 3 hours allocated to your studies in the evening after football practice?
Yeah.
Well, that's great that they're doing that.
I was told to tell somebody hi. My little niece, she's back at home listening to me right now, so I got to tell her hi.
Well, you got to get the shout-outs in. Got to get those shout-outs in. Hi, what's her name?
Anna.
Hi, Anna from MustangsTV.com, and Spencer Darnell, who you know all too well. I got to say, give a shout-out to your grandmother, too. I know she probably ain't listening to my loud mouth, but if she is, I'm going to give her a shout-out anyway.
She complains quite a bit. How does a day in the life of working at Mustangs TV go? Interview you a little bit.
Well, you interview me all you want to. My life is so easy because when I get here, KJ's got it all set up, and all I got to do is run my big mouth. I got to slap the headphones on and run my big mouth. No, seriously, when I get here, Spencer, KJ's got all this laid out. All I got to do, he'll say, Mr. Haygood, I need you to put the headset on and give me a test. And all I got to do is run my mouth, make sure it sounds okay. And eat pizza. That's right. Wade just mentioned I had to eat pizza. I do that before I ever do my testing, though. There was one time I got up here a little bit late, and I was trying to eat and talk at the same time. That don't usually work out too well. I tell you what, though, Spencer, talking about Mustangs TV, hats off to Kyle Johnson for getting this thing started. Us not having a radio station that's willing to carry Mustangs athletics, Mustang sports on the radio or on any kind of broadcast or anything. Kyle come in, got a good idea, got this started, and I've just been lucky enough to actually participate with him and Mustang TV staff and we enjoy ourselves. We have a good time, especially getting to watch you guys for the last few years and call your ball games and call the good things that you done on the field, and then kind of mumble under my breath the bad things that you did on the field.
Yeah.
But, every one of you is going to make mistakes, and there's going to be bad times and there's going to be good times. And that's how it is with Mustangs TV.
Oh, yeah.
We have some good games like, 2 weeks ago when we won, and we got bad games like tonight when we're losing 49-14. It's just up and down, but, I enjoy it.
It's football, man.
It is. It's football.
One thing I will say, though, Mustangs TV, I play with kids all across the country. We got kids from California, Texas, Florida, everywhere. And everybody I talk to, they don't have no volunteer that comes in and does this. They have to pay somebody. And Kyle Johnson, I take my hat off to him, because when I start talking about Mustangs TV, people, they don't realize how special it is and how special Loretta really is. So.
Well, they do now. We even had viewers. Where's Garibaldi from? Italy. We had viewers from Italy, 2 weeks ago, I know, that was listening on here. So, again, my hat's off to Kyle and everybody that got this up and going. And behind-the-scenes things by Wade. Wade does a good job getting our sponsorships together and all that. And, of course, Miss Bailey, who mans our camera now and does an excellent job. Got any complaints about the camera work? Well, it's her fault. It's all her fault. And Spencer, if we said anything wrong, it's still Miss Bailey's fault that we said it wrong.
Oh, all right.
All right. No, Miss Bailey, we appreciate you and all you do. Manning the camera, you do an excellent job. And Mustangs TV couldn't go, Spencer, just like high school football and college football couldn't go without the right people behind the scenes, the right people making the right moves and things. And then, of course, you got to have volunteers. They gave away a lot of money tonight here with our golf ball drop, and it's all because of volunteers. And that's what we are, trying to bring, games to people and the action from Loretta to people, and it's a volunteer service, but we do it, and we do it greatly because of the community and the young athletes. And that's like for 4 years that Mustangs TV followed Spencer Darnell out here on the field, and away game, home game, it didn't matter. You still was out there to where these coaches at Bethel and wherever else could see you, or had that opportunity to see you without having to actually make it to LM Forsyth Field or wherever we was playing.
Right. It's really convenient for me because I can just sit in my dorm. I can turn Mustangs TV on, and, man, I know a bunch of kids on the team still, and, we're still pretty close. We text quite a bit and just trying to keep up with things. They text me with questions and stuff like that, and I try to give them the best advice possible.
Well, you talk about you playing. I'm glad you brought that up because that was a question I actually meant to ask you that I didn't get around to asking. You talk about playing, in high school you usually play with people that's within 15 miles of your school, for the most part. And now that you're in college and we're talking about Bethel, which is not your big University of Tennessee or nothing. It's a smaller college. But still, like you said, you still got actual football players and students there that's coming from how many different states? You named a few. If you can, just name a few more.
I know for sure we've got quite a few kids from Georgia, and I think we've got a few from Ohio. There's kids all over the U.S. Then we have a kid from Italy. He's a kicker. And, it's just really neat to talk to them and understand, where they come from and how they do things, and then explain to them the way we do it the Mustang way.
And I'm sure Spencer Darnell's always putting in the Mustang way, right?
Why wouldn't I be? Come on now.
I hear you, Spencer.
Guys, I just want to thank Spencer and for coming up and doing the interview with us, and definitely want to say I'm very humbled by the kind words, and I want to thank everybody and all of you for helping out, because people stop and tell me all the time, say, Kyle, you really started something special here, and my reply is always, well, we could not make it work without our crew, and so our crew is very special, very special with what we do. And I just want to thank y'all.
Yeah, all the thanks goes again to you and everybody that helps us out. Like I say, I just come in and do something I enjoy doing, and that's talking about these players that's on the field like Spencer Darnell was. the last 4 years here at Loretta High School. Since then, moved on to Bethel. Now playing football at Bethel, doing well over there, getting to play most of the snaps. I'm hearing you're playing most of the snaps on your, what is it, the freshman team, I guess they're calling it?
JV.
JV team, playing most of the snaps. You talking about you got a pretty young team the way, and I've actually done a little research on your team. You've got a fairly young team over there, and I know you guys, as far as the varsity's not doing that hot over there, but it's a fairly young team. So are we looking at something big in the future?
Yes, sir. They won 4 conference championships in the past 6 to 7 years, I want to say. And this right here, I mean, it's just a rebuilding year. We had our main players. We had our starting quarterback go down week 2, I believe it was. And, I mean, they're just missing keys. And, I mean, you take those keys and put them in there, you never know, where we could be. We could be in the hunt for the conference championship. I mean, that's just the way football goes. You never know. Just like Matt Rawson, for example.
Yep, yeah, you're always, it's football. There's going to be some injuries happen.
Right.
I mean, it is a contact sport. Well, my question to you, Spencer, are we going to see Spencer Darnell? How many people's in front of you, Spencer, at that middle linebacker position? And when can we actually come to Bethel to watch you and you think you're actually going to be on the field as a starter? Yeah, have you got a senior you're backing up, or are you backing up a junior, or are you backing up a sophomore?
I'm backing
give
up,
us a little insight.
I'm backing up 3 juniors right now. They're all 3 of them. They're from Florida. They're really good athletic-wise, and they know the playbook. And that was something. I mean, that's my fault. I didn't catch on to the plays. I mean, it's really complex in college, and I just didn't catch on to it as quick as I needed to this summer in camp. And they had that advantage over me. I mean, athletic-wise, I'd put me right there with them, any day of the week.
And I would too.
I mean, as an athlete, you never want to, be a stepping stone to somebody. I guess that's the way you could word it, but, that's just the way I look at it. They got me because of the playbook.
Well, you always knew at anything else you do. If you do something, you're always new at it. And that's like you. You're new at this college student-athlete thing. But, it sounds like you're making headway now. And if you're backing up 3 juniors, that's not a bad you can't fault you for that because, you've got one more year for those guys, and then it'll be your 2 years. That'll put you up there about a junior, and then you're going to be the guy that all these freshmen like you now is going to be coming in looking up Spencer Darnell.
Well, the difference between, coming in and getting shot down and knowing you're not going to play besides JV or getting a red shirt or something like that is you got to stay hungry, and that's what I'm really, really trying to do is just stay hungry and know that I will be that guy again one day. You
will be. I know you will because I know your background and I know how good athlete you are. Spencer, it's about time for us to close this shop down, and I appreciate you. I want to thank you for coming up here and joining us this evening. I'm glad you did join us this evening. It made the ball game go just a little bit quicker as the Mustangs suffer another loss this evening by a score of 49-14. But we did have some positive things come out. Got a lot of players on the field, and that's what's going to make us better in the future.
It's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. You go back and watch film. That's what our D coordinator says all the time. And there's always positive and negatives to pull out of things like it tonight. Just get better from it and learn.
That's what you got to do. You got to get better from your losses, and you got to get better from your wins as well.
Right.
So it ain't no one-sided thing there. Again, 49-14, the final score here at LM Forsyth Memorial Field. I want to thank all of you for tuning in and joining us. I want to thank all of our sponsors. And want to thank all the people behind the scenes, Miss Bailey and Wade and Big Fred, who's not here and we're missing him. Want to thank all of them, but most of all, I want to thank you for listening again to Mustangs and watching Mustangs TV.
Go Mustangs.
Until next time, and it's next week, we travel to Richland, if I ain't mistaken. We'll see you at Richland from MustangsTV.com.